just met, barely, just you, just me, basically strangers falling. Downtown, chillin', heartbeat spilling, don't wanna trip and fall in love. Is it bad that you seem too good? See the end way before I should. I know we just started, but if you're listening to my heart, you might find out the weirdest part. I am already missing you from the start. Fall quickly, love ain't easy, lessons in love I never learned, but this feeling's different. You're a brand new face, but my oldest friend. Hold on tight until it burns. Is it bad that you seem too good? See the end way before I should. Just started, but if you're listening to my heart, you might find out the weirdest part. I am already missing you from the start. I'm already missing you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is I, Kio of the Kios. What is going on, everybody? Hello, good morning. Long time no see. It's only been a couple days since the last time I've streamed, but this is the first time I'm streaming in the morning in a while. So, hello, good morning, peeps. Good morning. We are on part 3 of our Palace of the Dead climb solo run on Warrior. I'm super excited. We're going to actually start getting into a little bit more difficult floors, not super difficult. We won't get those until 150, but we are currently on floor 71 and we'll be climbing all the way up as high as we can go today. Yeah, I'm super stoked, super excited. And let's see how far we can get. Hopefully this is my title run. I would love to absolutely get my title run on stream. So 71 to 80, once again, not super tough, right? None of these lower floors are actually going to pose a serious problem unless I hit like a wombo combo kind of situation here. So I will say that 100 floors later, when we get into the 170s, the 180s, still completely doable. It's just, it definitely is still scary. Then you have these Palace Anzus, which on these floors are on like the lower floors, so like 71, 72, and 73. Whereas in the 180s, they're going to be on a little bit later. They're going to be like on this, I want to say like the 77 through 79 floors. But they do that, and that's something you want to worry about with the stun, because that could absolutely wreck you on the later floors. So I'll speed up a little bit here, kind of get a good... Okay. There's the exit. But I kind of want to clear from this on. Okay, so there's a free rage here, which is pretty cool. I'm actually going to Fortune Rage. Clear out some of these floors. Like, I'm out, right? But I kind of want to... I want to see these gold coffers. And I found the exit before I found this room. And it is a gold coffer, so I am gonna back out of that. It's an intuition. We don't need that on a title run. Commander of Raising, that's a free raising for this entire floor set, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. No reason not to, right? Even though I'm not worried about this floor set, I don't think I'm going to die. It's a free raising. Use it. And then just grab another third one, because, I mean, it just doesn't make sense not to use it, right? I'm going to see if I can... Nope. Okay. Seeing if I can skim by and, you know, not get hit by that. Okay, so things are just not working out for me right now. Okay. I was having trouble with my Azeron keypad, which is why I was late starting the stream. The keypad was like showing like I was continuously pushing forward, which is obviously not good. Okay, alteration, I'm gonna use it. If I can grab this box. Okay, here's the exit. I'm actually going to come back for that here in a bit. Kind of continuously look around. Kill a couple things in my path. There's this Palace Anzu here. Okay, that's not terrible that I got hit by that. It is what it is. I'm going to back up a little bit. I don't remember if Anzus on the later floors are sight. I don't remember if they are still sight on the lower floor. They're gonna come this way? Okay, returned. Still gotta wait 5 seconds. And we're good. Okay, another free rage. Do I necessarily need it? No. So we just discovered everything here. Yeah, I'm not worried about just raging here. I mean, I could, but I mean, we'll get through this floor quick enough that I don't need to rage. I'm gonna kill this Anzu though. The reason for that is because I would clear to this location, free strength, and then would have to run back to go grab the rage. So it's just quicker to kill that one Anzu and then just get out. That was my thought process behind it. Got a witching here. Keep that in mind if I have to witching, but I usually don't have to witching. So Cairn of Return is in this room, which means the exit is not in this room. So that's something, if you're like running on time and you notice the return, it most likely is not in that room, right? It might be past the room, right? It might have been an opening past the room. Now that we found the exit, right, we're just going to work our way backwards until we're out. We've already gotten all the chests that we need. Like, we've already checked them. So now essentially we're just working our way backwards until we're out, and then as soon as we're out, we're gonna go to the exit. And we're out. And then I'll just rush to the exit and then go to the next floor. Boom. I have a bad habit of just looking around the room instead of just looking at the minimap. If you look at the minimap, it'll tell you what color coffer's in there. So there's no, you're wasting time as you're just circling around the room, just looking for it. All right, so Palace Cyclops, not super threatening here. They do an untelegraphed tunnel in front of them called Eye of the Beholder, and then they'll do 111 tons sweep or swing or something like that. 111 tons swing. You can stun those. And I just recommend for uptime just to stun them. They do 100 ton swing. Swing. Gonna re-up my strength here. I hit the enfeebling trap, so there's no more traps in this room, so I'm not worried about it. There's the exit. I'm gonna pull this wolf. Just because it's in the way. The Bandersnatch is sight. I think the wolf on this floor is sight. And Sasquatches might... Nope, they're proximity. Thought so. The proximity on the later floors as well. I'm gonna pull this Damel because we're still... The exit isn't open yet. And you go get that treasure coffer anyway, so I might as well kill this Damel in the process. Free steel. You're gonna take the long way around because of the Bandersnatch. Yeah, I took the long way around and it still got seen. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, so we got another Mimic. That's nice. Getting Mimics, not scary, right? They'll do Infatuation. You just interrupt it. My only issue with Mimics later on in the floors, yes, they're a lot nicer than having to fight a lot of the enemies. Because Mimics just do what they've done in the past, right? My issue with them is that they're so tanky. They have so much health, and they do take a while to kill. I would prefer to, like, especially if I use an alteration and I get a Mimic room, I would prefer to not have that. And obviously pygmies are the best enemy to kind of get. Okay, so this is kind of an issue here just because of that conal. We're out though. Oh, another Cyclops. We ran into 3 patrols at the same time. And there's another patrol coming up that I'm gonna have to deal with. I could like back up. And let him pass, but he's going so slow it might just be quicker just to kill him. See what we got here. Alteration, I'll use it. We're sitting good on Pomanders. I don't necessarily need to go for that. I'm also not worried about time. So I could have gone to it. Like I'm sitting at 45 minutes. Yeah, it's a free steal again. I'll use it. And the reason I say free steal, right? So on the later floors, you kind of want to be picky about when you use your Pomanders. Like you want to use them for specific times, right? So those are your paid Pomanders. Those are the Pomanders that you want to use on a specific time for a specific reason. So when I use the term it's free, it means the dungeon gave it to you in a chest when you already have 3 Pomanders, which means you only have 1 or 2 options. You can either just leave it or you can use it because it still helps you out. So for example, that strength, normally people would use... Really? A fucking lion? Normally people would use like strength or steel on particular bosses and things of that nature. But why not? Cool. We got a pygmy room. So why not just use it? Okay, another alteration. Why not use it and then pick up and get a third one, right? That doesn't necessarily make sense. We got another Pomander Raising. That's a kind of a free Pomander. I'm a frog. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Unfortunately, you can't double tap the Raisings. We love seeing Pomander Raisings. There's a free Rage and a Lust. So you can use it, but nothing happens. The effect's already been triggered. Floor 77. That's a strength. Our strength is still 3 minutes. I'm actually going to wait for that one. Okay, so mimics have a very high range. So it's very hard to sneak by them. I would absolutely love if they instead made mimics still like you have to, like passive, you have to attack them first. So that way you can have like a free room of like movement. I think that would be pretty neat because then people would have the option to like, okay, do they want to attack these mimics over some of the enemies? I took a huge risk here because my infatuation is not going to be up in time, or my thing is not going to be up in time, but I do have a purity and I'm just going to use it. Commander's safety, I might as well use it. I haven't found the exit yet. Oh, he turned. Ooh. What is that Wyson doing? Is he looking to... Yep. What was this one? Steel? Might as well. I think this was the flag room. I'll pop this strength again just to re-up it. Ooh. Ran into a monkey. No, monkey. Don't see me. Let me out. Let me out. We're good. We are a bueno. There is a debuff here. I think it's blind. Oh, nope. Knockbacks. Remember. Your rage does not work when it's a knockback blighted room. And the reason I bring that up, the reason I say, like, and I emphasize that it doesn't work, is because there have been times when I forget that it is a knockback blighted room, and I'll run into like a treasure room, and I'm like, okay, I'll just rage this room, get rid of all these enemies, and then would rage, and then instantly regret it because I raged and the knockback is disabled, and I'm like, crap, I literally just wasted my rage. And on my last run I did that, and it was very important that I needed a rage because I was the passage was on the other side of that room. So I needed to get through, and I was having a hard issue because all the enemies there were proximity. So I was like, okay, I'll just rage through it. Raged, realized that I wasted my rage, and was like, okay, crap. So I serenity'd and then raged again. Got through the room, but that left me with one rage. And that was like on my floor 161 to 170 run that happened on. And because of that, I was having massive issue keeping up with time on my 171 to 180. And that's one of the reasons why I failed my 180 run. On the boss. So I didn't die on Behemoth on 180. I died because of time. I didn't die, but I ran out of time. I got the boss down to 60% before I hit 0. I knew I was gonna run out of time, and I still attempted to do it just because, you know, I no reason not to. See how far you can get. Need to see something. Okay, sorry. Lots of patrols happening right now. I think this lion's gonna see me. Yep. Okay, I am gonna rage here. We're not out on the floor yet, and it is the last floor, so again, not worried about time or anything. And we're gonna kill Behemoth extremely easy. If you hit a luring trap while raged, It's not a huge deal because you can kill 2 of the enemies before they aggro onto you. Oh, I got my rage back here. That's actually huge. So that means I don't have to run all the way back to that other room. And then a free seal for the boss. Nice. That was a good chest, right? So instead of having to run all the way back, and that's the things you want to see. You want to see getting the rage. All right, so baby behemoth, it is scary, your first runs and stuff, but it's not super scary if you know the pattern. For baby behemoth, he will end up going from sorry, wrong buttons, from this side to this side only to do his trounce. And that's what you need to worry about, right? For 180 behemoth, he goes from north to south, starting with south. So the first thing we're going to do is, so I'm actually going to lust this boss. For 180 lust, that's not something you want to do. You don't want to lust. I think I'm actually going to get hit by that. Yep. And then he'll do Shardibus right here. As a melee character, you just kind of want to just go back and forth. There we go. Who do Shardibus? Oh, okay. I guess he only does one. Right, and then you just want to start the rotation. So he'll do it on this side, his Shardibus. You want to come over on here. Make sure you stay out of the Shardibus. It'll pull you in and then do damage to you. I'm just tanking these Thunderbolts. However, on the 180 boss, you definitely don't want to do that. And then he'll run to the other side, right? He'll run to the west side and then do his trounce again. You're just following him over and he'll attack you with the trounce. And then he'll start his rotation again. All right, so I'm gonna start holding my beast gauge. I'm gonna do an AoE so that way it doesn't do much damage, but I can get my Storm's Eye, my Surging Tempest up. And then I'm actually going to stop attacking him until like some of my cooldowns come back. And I believe it's 20% for baby behemoth here. All right, so I'm going to wait until he does his trounce. And then I'm going to wait until he does his Shardibus. And and then I'll start my bursts. Okay, maybe it is 15%. Sorry, I lied to you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to auto attack him because I need my burst to come back. I messed up, guys. I'm sorry. It's still 15% for this guy. I thought it was 20%, and then he does his meteors slowly. It's okay. So I still need to wait a little bit. I need to wait at least 10 more seconds to get my second infuriate up because I don't have my beast gauge up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop Berserk. And then as soon as he starts Shardibus, go. And the reason for that is because he won't stop his cast for Meteor. Are you kidding me? Does he start his cast at 10%? You know what? I'm going for it. Let's see what we can do here. That was the that was the worst way to handle that boss. Don't do what I did, guys. I wanted to do the strat that I would do on him on my 180 on the 180 floor. But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, in order to do that, I need to get them down to 15%. Wait for everything to come off cooldown, build up a gauge, right? Which, you know, when we get there, I'll explain how to do that if I have time. Again, once I get to those floor sets, I'm not going to be talking as much. I want to be concentrating. But don't do what I did there, though. So it seems like 10% is the where you need to start your burst for that. You can survive the first meteor, and it seems like he doesn't do a second meteor. So he is 100% not as scary as the 180 boss. I've actually never had his meteor go down on the first time, so I didn't know like what it would do, right? But easy, right? So you get him down to 10%, hold your burst, and then just burst him down before his meteor goes down. Not scary on this floor at all. As you can see how many times I messed up. Okay, so we just cleared floor 180. I'm 99.99 again. I don't need to be 99.99 because I'm still going to be sunk down, right? So I want to grab more of these Aether Pool grips. So I'll go down to 89.89 and then probably 79.79. And the only reason I'm doing this is because you can get cosmetics out of it. Right, you need 3 of them to grab a weapon. So I'm going to grab the axe because I want the axe. And then you need 6 with the Pajali to get the Kinna axe, the Kinna weapons. And now I just have a cosmetic, which is the weapon that you take into the weapon you take into Palace of the Dead. I have a lot of sustaining potions. Okay. So I'm going back in with 7979, and the reason for that is because I'm not scared of these floors being 7979. Because I'm gonna be sunk down anyway. Synced down. I say that and then I'm not synced down. It's fine though. Okay, so there's the exit over there. Free strength, I'm gonna pop that. A lot of people normally just pop strengths at the start of the floors to kind of help you get through the floors a little bit quicker. I just have a bad habit of not doing that. So, okay, so we have a treasure room. Pretty sure these bugs here are sight. So instead of me popping a rage and just kind of going in, I'm going to see what I can do with just like carving my way through this room. If I run into an enemy, I'm not scared of them. Free steel, right? Okay, so their proximity. Whoops. Okay, so free sight, I can kind of see this room. So there's more chests down the way. That's interesting. He must have turned around. Another free steel. Floors like this they kind of suck in the sense of you find the treasure room, or you find the passage room like instantly, but then you have to go through the whole entire other side. Notice that there's no reason to fight these monsters unless you get like aggroed. Because you're just wasting time if you just keep attacking them. If I had to attack that dragon, I would probably be just finishing up on him and then running to the passage. We are gonna affluence. Wow. Strong language, noobage. Strong language. I'm on floor 82. I have recently died on floor 180. No, I didn't die on floor 180. I timed out on floor 180. I ran out of time. Wasted too much time climbing the floors. You're gonna get kicked off of Twitch or something. I don't know. It's been a while since we talked. What you up to, man? Good old Amazon Twitch. Played all the Ratchet and Clank series. I remember I got the Ratchet and Clank like PSP version. Well, Ratchet and Clank is a 3D platformer, right? Right? All right, so we got 3 Pomanders of Resolution, which is big, right? Because we're going to need it for the floor 100 boss. What is this again? Rage? Don't need it. I didn't know Ratchet Clank was made by Insomniac. Did not know that. I'm gonna re-up my steel here. Every time I hear Insomniac, I just think Insomniac Games. Just like the intro or whatever. First game for Ratchet and Clank is terrible. I don't even remember it. Who made the Sly Cooper games? I want a remake of that. Give it the Spyro treatment. Remake the Sly Cooper games. Sucker Punch made it? Sly Cooper? Sucker Punch? What else is Sucker Punch known for? Do I really want to rage here? 2 rages? The game's telling me to rage. I'm just gonna rage. Game's like, don't be a chump. Rage. You see? You see? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Perfect example, right? Knockback room. Forgot it was not a knockback blighted room. Waste of a rage, right? Oh, that's right. That's right. And I told myself that I wouldn't do that again. Ajonis, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Is that a tiny Kyo? It is a tiny Kyo. A VTuber friend of mine named Perena had made it for me. I had seemed to have lost my files for Big Kyo. So I need to figure out. Hopefully, Nyacho has my files. I reached out to her. I'm still not out. This is crazy. If my rage was still working. It's been a bit busy for the past few months. I feel that. kind of the same for me. And then when I'm at home, I haven't had the mood to like stream. Just been playing games. I'm out, but I haven't looked at this treasure coffer, so I'm gonna look at it. I would imagine too. She said that she's moving, so she had packed up some stuff, and then where her hard drive or whatever is, she needs to hook it back up to find out. But Tiny Kyo does have toggles. Check it out. I can put on my hat. I can get my tail up, right? Do have like a little tail. And then I have a mask. My mask. Okay, so sight with the Gloom 4 is kind of huge. What is happening in this room? Oh god. It's a mimic. It's a mimic. Everyone does need tiny versions of themselves. I think those are called children. This palace bomb's gonna see me. Another site. Your tiny version is currently at the Louvre. I'm trying to think of the joke there. Yeah, you're right, Ajonis. The Louvre had a jewelry heist recently? I didn't hear about that. What do the kids say nowadays? You're capping. That's right. I said that. Exalva got married? Congratulations to her. I'll hit her up on Discord after this. I haven't seen her stream in a while, so I guess maybe that's why. Pop a free strength here. All right, so some pygmies. All right, so I know we haven't been talking about enemies kind of recently, but I would like to point out something about these palace claws, these scorpions. They do a pull-in effect that could be kind of dangerous in the sense of the enemy itself isn't, but they'll pull you in, and if you end up like aggroing them while they're in the room and they pull you across the room, there's a higher chance you'll hit a mine or hit a trap. And you don't want that to happen, right? So Jonas, you've been working on any other kind of script that you need voice actors for? Yes, kinda. Well, if my voice matches any kind of character that you want, you let me know. Knockback's disabled. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot rage on knockback disabled floors. It is useless. Are you dubbing comics? Ooh. Are we talking like mainstream comics? Are you doing like DC and like Marvel? Or are you doing like... Am I familiar with Arknights? Noobish, am I familiar with Arknights? And the reason I ask that is because if I know Arknights, Noobish probably would have been the ones to tell me about them. Tower defense gotcha. This is a tower defense gotcha. Okay. This is the exit. This kind of sucks. Oh, he turned. Okay, I'm out. I feel like I've seen it. I feel like I've seen like ads on Facebook. All right, Jonas, I appreciate you hanging out, man. I should still be live when you get back. It is Hallows Eve, and I took today off, as is tradition to take Halloween off for me. Have not worked Halloween the past 12 years. Free strength. All right, Jonas. Have a good meeting. Have a good appointment. So one thing about these dragons is that you jerk. They'll attack you from a range without being aggroed to you. They're kind of like the Spriggans on the earlier floors. So not super deadly. They have a larger health pool. So they're just kind of a nuisance. I'm going to use a sight just because I had a strange feeling. Okay. I was actually going to try to like run around this guy. Okay, so he's proximity. That's a toad trap. You can tell because it looks like a toad. Blinded floor, kind of a nuisance. Not too bad though, but just a nuisance. Chimeras on this floor, not too scary. They'll do just Ram's Breath, which is a conal in front of them. But then on the 100 floors later, when you're trying to go from 81 to or 181 to 190, they'll do their full kit that Chimeras usually do, which is Ram's Breath, Dragon's Breath, and Ram's Breath, Dragon Breath, and crap. It's Ram's Breath, Dragon's Roar. Dude, I can't remember the other one. I honestly don't think it's going to come back to me. Honestly, do not think I'll remember it. But anyway, the one where they're untelegraphed, so you're not sure which one's which. Meaning you gotta know, like, Dragon's Roar is you need to be underneath the monster, and then the other one that I just can't think of the name of, you want to be out of the Chimera, away from it. We're out. I don't need any Pomanders. We're actually stacked on Pomanders, so there's not a reason to grab that one. The only good Pomander I can get here that I would need, because I already have a Strengthened Seal popped, right? I've already used a Pomander of Alteration for this floor, if I remember right. Would be a Raising, which we got a Raising. What is the luck of that? Okay, so I see the Cairn of Return. I looked at the map and I saw there was a silver chest in there. Don't need them, right? Don't need them. So I don't have any abilities, which kind of sucks. But we got pygmies, so that's huge. I wish I seen that oh, we're out. Easy. All right, boss time. All right. Floor 90 boss. Not too difficult in the sense of what I've learned about it. And I've never made it to the floor 190 boss, so I have absolutely no idea if this tactic works. But I have learned you can stun the Godmother. And that's going to be necessary to happen. So I'm going to hold off on Lust because I'm not sure how much damage the Godmother does when you're lusted at first, but the Godfather will do a big like tank buster when you first start the fight. And I'm pretty sure the Godmother's going to do it too. Okay, there's the swipe. Now I will lust, right? Move out of the way of the sap, though. Kill the gray bombs. You don't want them to be alive. They're not super difficult to kill. But this, you want to plant the boss on this location. Right where he's at. Right where that first bomb was. This is going to be the start of what you need to watch out for. You have another gray bomb that popped up. You want to kill the gray bomb. I don't want to pull. Yep, there we go. And then the next bomb that's going to pop up is a bomb that you want to explode, because the Godmother starts doing this massive burst here, and you need that giddy bomb to do damage to it, and then it will stun the boss out of that AoE. That's essentially what you want to do. The second bomb is going to pop up on the northeast corner, right about here, a little bit further, right about here. And you just want to park the boss right on top of that, and then just wait until that bomb spawns. But again, the first two bombs that are going to spawn, you want to kill these two. Or the gray bomb first. And it's not the end of the world if they explode. They'll just do a lot of damage. Just be prepared to heal through it. There's the other gray bomb. All right, so say you didn't get the boss where you wanted her, and the other bomb spawns, the giddy bomb spawns. You have two options. You can, one, hit this bomb, and AoEs do happen, right? Or you can stun the boss herself. And I don't think that actually works for the 190 boss. I just know it works for the 90 boss, for the Godmother. But that's all you need to do. You need to kill the gray bombs first, just because they'll do damage to you, right? And then when the giddy bombs come up, you'll want the boss to be parked, which I believe is going to be right here. Was that the third bomb? 1, 2, yeah. So it's going to be right here again, kind of closer to the center. But again, if not, it's not a huge deal. You're just going to stun the boss. Yep. So again, you just want the Giddy, you just want to park the boss above the Giddy bomb, let the bomb explode. The boss gets stunned out of her massive AoE, which again, the massive AoE that the boss does also doesn't kill you. I believe it'll do 99% of your HP. You can very well, if you run away from the boss, because the boss will then AoE, or not AoE, but auto attack you afterwards. Get hit by that massive explosion, just heal through it. Pop your potion, pop any of your whatchamacallits, any healing abilities you have. All right, so the fourth bomb should be down in this corner here. Should be, right? But again, I'm not worried about this boss in the sense of where I need to park it, because I'll just stun the boss out of her massive AoE. For example, boop. This is a brain cell robbery. Give me your brain cells and nobody gets hurt. Boom. And now I'm 89 again. Boy, Coco, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the stream. All right, so that was the floor 90 boss. We're going to be doing floor 91 to floor 100, but I will be right back. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to go grab a water. BRB. All right, we are back. All right. Floor 91 to floor 100. Nothing too terrible here. However, the floor 100 boss, there is going to be a specific tactic that we're going to do to make sure we survive. But without further ado, let's get through floor 91 to 100. Okay, got a free rage here, which I'm kind of tempted to use simply because it's a free rage. I have to run back. Yeah, roselets are sound. They're not proximity, they're sound. Palace swarms are a little annoying because they heal every time they attack. Okay, I'm gonna use this side just so I can run through these floors a little bit quicker. So you can see, I hit an enfeebling trap in that room. There's a landmine. The reason I'm running all the way back to this room is because it has the rage that I need to grab. See how much time that eats up? Right, so sometimes it's just not beneficial to do that. But raging definitely speeds up rooms pretty quick. And when we get on the later floors, you'll see that you'll use like pomanders to speed up rooms in the sense of, okay, if I sight, I'll know exactly where the exit is and what chests I can get along the way of getting to the exit. If I rage, I'll want to double dip the rage. So instead of like picking up a rage out of a chest and then raging, then I would rage specifically to speed up 2 floors. I would towards the end of a floor, I would rage to finish how many enemies you have to kill in order to unlock the exit. Unlock the exit and then travel to the next floor while raged and then start the next floor. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's gonna hurt. And then start the next floor raged as well, so you can kill the first few enemies on the next floor. I couldn't imagine attacking a swarm of enemies. With an axe. I just feel like that'd be really annoying. It's kind of an annoying floor here. This wraith is gonna scream, or terror. I think it's scream. It's gonna scream at me. And it should be interruptible. Yep. This dark dragon's annoying. And then these dragons, later on in the floors, you kind of just want to skip them. Don't worry about fighting them. See how much health they have? They're just gonna have so much more health in the future. It's just better to try to bypass them. Commander Fortune, I'm gonna use that. Fortunes are really good kind of later in the floors because it gives you more of an opportunity to get Pomanders from killing the enemies that you have to kill anyway. Again, intuition's completely useless to somebody like us that's just going for the title clear. Because I'm not risking... If I see the Cursed Horde in the middle of the room, I'm not risking running into the middle of the room just to grab an Accursed Horde. Landing on a trap, having enemies see you, and on top of that, you have to kind of stand on it for a few seconds before it, like, the chest, like, populates. So again, it's just, if you're going for the title clear, intuitions, going for the Accursed Horde and everything, totally not worth it. Just don't even worry about it. Flight's pretty big. I'll flight the next floor. Give it to me. Another free rage. I'm going to use it simply because I am not towards the exit, and this would speed up. So here's the exit, right? You're an enemy over here? Nope, just a chest. Again, roselettes. Roselettes are not, they're not sight or proximity, they're sound. But because I'm a giant monster, I can't... Can I walk, actually? I can walk. Oh, one thing I want to mention is that when you're transformed, you can actually pick up bronze chests and silver chests. Silver chests specifically because it would go straight into your Aether Pool arm. And bronze chests you can also pick up, but you can't pick up gold chests. So if you're transformed and you're running by a bronze chest and you want to pick up bronze chests for the Galmoran potsherds, by all means do so, because you can do it while transformed. But don't even try for gold chests because it won't work. Maximum HP increased, but auto heal is disabled, so we got to use some sustaining potions here. All right, so the Palace Course are a undead enemy that if you need to kill, like like you're struggling with them and you need to kill, you can hit them with a resolution pomander. You'll transform into the angel, which I'll show you on floor 100 boss. You can transform and then it'll stun them and then do a massive amount of damage. So resolutions only work on undead enemies, and courses are undead. I think the game calls them Ashkin. Yeah, I figured. There's the... I'll leave. The reason I fly to this floor is to kind of save time anyway, and I've got... I'm full on all my Ponemanders. No reason not to go, right? Again, the only good thing that we can get right now that's going to help me on that floor would be a raising. Because I have all the other Ponemanders, but I don't need to use them. Fortune, I'll use that because, again, killing enemies have a higher chance of dropping. Let's see, does it say how much? Increases the chance of enemies on the current floor will drop treasure coffers. But it doesn't say by how much. Okay, his sight's kind of huge. So the reason I'm going away from the key right now is because I don't want to have to run all the way back here to go find this treasure coffer. I just want to grab it, which is a witching, useless for me right now. What's nice is about getting a free witching and a sight on a room is you can do the landmine tactic, which that's not a landmine, but essentially tanks specifically can run through, grab a lot of enemies, witch them into enemies that barely do you damage, and then and an affluence. Barely do damage to you, or at least less than 80%, depending on what they transform into. And then hit them with the landmine, and then heal at the same time. Get your health back while they are damaged, and then just AoE all of them down from 70% HP to 0, and then you're out of that floor super quick. I love the tactic. I just suck at it. And that's one of the reasons why I ran out of time on the floor 180 boss, is because I had a raising on, and I tried to do the tactic on the floor 171. Died. I didn't heal quick enough, and they all smacked me, and I died. I should have slowed them first. I should have witching, slowed, kept my health up, and then hit the mine, and then healed quickly, right? So that they couldn't do a lot of damage quickly. And I 100% botched it. And I think if I would have, like, probably home ganged or something, I definitely would have survived that, and would have saved time for me to get to the boss. And I probably would have killed the boss. I was feeling comfortable at that time. I feel like I probably would have killed the boss. But we'll never know. So, depending on what happens, maybe we'll try it again on floor 171. If I feel comfortable doing it, because it does scare me now. Because it's like it ruined my run last time. But you know, we got to get to floor 171 first. This was a lust, right? Yeah. Of course. Of course. Really? A Palace Knight just spawned? How rude, guys. Damn. Okay, another free flight. Did I get this chest? Free sight. Ooh. So gourmands are also Ashkin, which means that Pomanders of Resolution will do a lot of damage and stun them at the same time. So if you need to get through them, by all means, use a Resolution. I'm wasting a lot of time on this floor right now. Not really, like, it doesn't really matter because I'm on floor 96 at 42 minutes left. Not worried. Commander of Resolution. Did I look to see what this was? Oh, it's a raising. Free raising. Nice. All right, something to note about raisings is that they'll stop spawning on floor 181. I guess technically 180 because it's a boss, so you don't get any spawns. I think this was a flighted floor with a random treasure room. Okay, so I'm actually gonna fortune here and rage this room. Might be a good room. It's a silver chest, and yep, no reason to go in there. So an affluence. I think I've already affluence. I have. I'll do it again just in case. Got my Pomander of Rage back, so easy day, right? And another raising. Again, we don't need it. I don't think I looked at this chest. This chest is crooked. Okay, flighting the next floor as well. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of this Gravekeeper. That Dark Dragon's probably going to attack me. It'll attack me right before it walks a different direction. So it attacks. And then it should walk away. But it saw me first. Pretty sure this is a flighted floor. Okay, another affluence. And we'll take that. Travel back the way we came. Hopefully we don't hit a trap. Let's see what's in here. Okay, there's a chest in another room. Intuition, useless. Of course he saw me. Is that a gold chest? It is a gold chest. Ah, damn it. Okay, so steel to re-up my steel because it's coming off. Look. Don't at me, all right? It was quicker to rage to kill that guy than it was just to attack him. And then I just remembered that there's sound aggro and I can just skim by him. I think this is a proximity, not sound. Yep. Doop 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 doop. All right. I think it's a normal floor next, but with affluence on. So there'll be more chests on the floor. And then we're on the floor 100 boss. Jonas, what's going on, man? Welcome back. What game is this? This is Final Fantasy XIV. You've never heard of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV that you can play free trial all the way up to through Stormblood and get to level 70? It's a meme, by the way. It's a meme. This is Final Fantasy XIV. Oh. I mean, ask politely. I mean, yeah, I'm down to help. My issue, though, is, like, I can't help you... I can't help you with a lot with the story unless you're like going into dungeons and stuff. I have not beaten the story for Dawn Trail yet. Again? Like, I better not be out. Okay. I took a singular step and he heard me. Must have hit like a broken floor or something that creaked. Jonas, they consolidated a lot of Realm Reborn, so you should be okay if you just stick with the story. They got rid of a lot of stuff. You get through it a little bit quicker now. All right, so Nibeth Obdalord, this is the last boss of the story of the Palace of the Dead. So once you get to this point and you defeat this boss, you're done with Palace of the Dead story. Now, to finish Palace of the Dead, you got to go from floor 101 to 200 to get the title. But this is the final part of the story. You kill him, you do the last bit of quests, and you're done with Palace of the Dead in the sense of, well, there's no more story for it. Then you move along to Heaven on High. Technically, you can move along to Heaven on High after floor 50, but nonetheless, this is the final boss for the story. I digress. So, I'm going to pop a strength here. I'm actually going to re-up my steel as well. And then I am going to sustaining, and I'm going to lust. And then I'm just going to attack him. He will summon ads a little bit later. And then what we're going to do, we're going to play a safe strategy. Every time he summons these, so summon darkness, I am going to resolution and just attack where the boss, where the ads are, and hit them twice. The reason I say hit them twice is because that's what gets rid of them from the floor. If you don't do that, they'll eventually re-raise and come after you. He does this 3 times. He summons 2 ads, then 2 ads again, and then 3 ads for the final set of ads. And if you don't get rid of them, just like how I did, resolution, hit it twice with the attack from resolution, then they'll raise and you'll get overwhelmed by the sheer amount of ads. And you just won't survive. Technically, pros can do it, but I am not said pro, and I will not be doing that. So that's once to kill them, twice to ensure that they're dead. And then you just continue your rotation with killing the boss. Now, the third boss, or not the third boss, the third set of ads gets a little bit dicey, because then he starts doing Doom. And we all know what Doom does. Doom just kills you after a certain amount of time. So, when we get to that point, we want to get rid of the 3 ads, dodge the Doom conal that he'll do, and we'll be good. And this is just the safest way to do it. If I remember right, he'll do it at 30% of his HP. Nope, he does that at 40. All right. Dodge the Doom cast. Get rid of the ads. I don't know if I hit all 3. I think I did. Yep. And then we're good. And then he will not summon any more ads for the remainder of this fight. But I am out of resolutions. Keep that in mind. So you do lose all your resolutions. You'll get them back. It's not that big of a deal. You're not going to need them for another while. Jonas, I see you typed. I can't read it right now. I shall read it after this boss. because it's a lot. But this is the one and only time you fight this boss. He doesn't come back in the future floors. You just kill him and then you're done with this boss. You don't have to do that resolution tactic anymore. There will be another tactic in the future for resolution. Johannes, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Much love, man. You got the silver package. Look at you. Hey, thank you for the $2 super chat too. To be honest, I think you're the very first person to ever give me a super chat. I'm almost sure. I think most of the regular donations come from Twitch. I think you're the very first person for a super chat. No, I would have to look it up. I would have to look at my stream elements, but I'm pretty sure that was the very first super chat I've ever gotten. So I really do appreciate you. In fact, boop, 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 boop. Get rid of those. Thank you. I am doing both. I am streaming on both, actually. I use Restream. I'm just streaming on both. I primarily focus on YouTube. Twitch is there. It's set up. I have all my alerts and things like that, but I definitely primarily focus YouTube. All right, so this is the first instance of the scoreboard you're going to see that doesn't mean you failed. So this is just like the midway point, like, hey, this is where you're at. I've killed 740 enemies. Obviously, we're on floor 100. And my Aether pool is 99.99, and I have this score. And this actually gets uploaded into like the score counter for deep dungeoning. But I mean, you're not going to see it because unless you're like super pro, you're not going to make that tall list. What we got? Okay. Let me read chat. So Arc Knights, Tower Defense Gotcha, been hooked for like 6-ish years, so it's been out a while. Nice. Love the world and lore, love the story, love the community. One of the artists has been doing a ton of fan comics over the years. Beautiful art, very well written. I decided they deserve to be voiced, so now that I'm working on. That is awesome. So they do regular comics, but they're the artists for Tower Defense. For Arc Knights. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. And then it kicks you from the dungeon, and then we're back here. I have 3 Galmoran potsherds that I'm actually going to use. There's almost no reason for me to use them because I have 2,114 sustaining potions. But I mean, why not, right? Might as well. Okay, so they're not an artist. Okay, so they're a fan artist that draws art of the game. Is that right? So that was floor 91 to 100. Super simple, super straightforward. The boss has a tactic involved, but if you do that safe tactic where you just, every time he summons the ads, resolution, hit the ads twice, not once, twice, first one to down them, second one to get rid of them from the floor. If you don't do that, they'll raise and they'll just attack you again. So the easiest solution is just to hit them twice to get rid of them. Do that all 3 times and just kill the boss. Not a super big tactic here. Now, we're going to be going into floor 101 plus. Everything we saw from floor 1 to 100 is now going to repeat. The same enemies, the same floor sets, the same bosses. They're going to repeat. The mechanics of them change ever so slightly, but for the most part, they stay the same. The enemies are going to still be stronger. They're still going to hit harder. They're going to have more HP. So time is still of the essence here. We're still going to need to watch out for time. But all the enemies are going to repeat. All the bosses are going to repeat. And all the mechanics for the bosses are going to repeat. For example, the first boss we come across is going to do that wind burn that's just going to hurt you. And you're just going to tank the damage, right? The second boss is the one that summons the hornets. You're going to want to get rid of those hornets because they'll do 99% of your HP. And yeah, there's a tactic with those hornets. I am not going to do that tactic because I suck at that tactic. I'll explain what it is, but I'm not going to do it because I suck at it. And I have died in the past because I've done that. But we're on floor 101. And we're going to continue from 101 to 110. Yeah. Congratulations of getting up to this point. So we got a free alteration. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Try to speed up the floors. But now the majority of the enemies are going to start repeating. So we'll see these doblins that we saw on like floor, like early in the floors. That was weird. Did you guys see that? I ran into that Ziz. See, enemies aren't significantly harder, right? It's just the sheer fact that they take a lot longer to beat, which is why you want to be more selective of which enemies you fight, which ones you just bypass. That's not okay. Palace Sprite was in the wall. I will be honest with you guys, once we get up to like the higher floors, probably like 160-ish floors, I'll probably only be doing the 10 floors on stream before taking a break. And the reason for that is because my heart can't take it. I want to do the 10 floors and then relax, and then the next day do 10 floors and then relax, and then the next day do 10 floors and then relax. So I got my steel back because we used it for the boss. So it's nice getting that back. Been on this floor for a while now. Come this way, Sprite. Oh. And we got our lust back. So we're sitting pretty on Pomanders. We obviously want to get our resolutions back. Not a huge deal if we don't, because we're not going to really use those in the near future. So eventually we'll recap them. And we're out. Jonas, you'll have to send me some videos of what voiceovers you've already done for some of the characters. I'd love to see them. The blinded floor, it's kind of annoying. I think the other way is the way I need to go. Okay, so I'm kind of spawned in the middle here. I'm gonna go in this covey here just so I can get that Ziz to bypass me. Okay, another Ziz. Okay, so Serenity. I didn't need to Serenity this floor. I'm not too worried about the blind, but if the game's going to give me a Serenity, I might as well use it. So Cairn of Return, so I did choose the right direction because I wanted to come see this gold chest at the end. And then I'll work my way back. Really? Yeah, let me know when episode 1 is finished. I'd love to see it. I know we talked about Exalva and she getting married and everything like that, but did she help you on voice acting? Alteration, I shall use that. So I think the alteration I used last floor gave us a mimic room, which that's huge. Okay, so I am gonna fortune and rage. Go in here and kill these mimics. The reason I say that's huge because that's a free rage. I can kill those mimics quickly. And then I can go check out these other rooms. and I can flight the next floor. Which, that wasn't good because it also gets rid of the... I kept doing it. I gotta stop doing that. But I mean, the game's gonna give me 2 free flights. I might as well, right? Too bad flights don't stack. But I can't like double flight a room. All right, so this is slightly dangerous because I didn't hit a trap. So I got my fortune back, and then this is a strength. So I'll use it. So essentially it's just a free floor, right? Because okay, another affluence, which I haven't used an affluence. So, okay, there's the trap. She's been too busy. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Be talking with her a bunch next week, so hopefully so you may float the idea. Yeah. Float the idea. I think Yarzon's a proximity. Okay, get another mimic room, which kind of sucks. Which this floor is flighted, which is nice. And it's affluenced. Again, I like fighting mimics in the sense of they're not difficult because you know the moveset they're gonna do, and you just don't get hit by their AoE and just interrupt their infatuation, and then you're good, right? What I don't like fighting about mimics is that just their massive health pool that they have. Okay. This might be cutting it close for... Yep, okay. Whew. For the interrupt. I think that, was this a steal? It was. And this was a intuition. Useless. Useless to me. I say useless. This was a very useless room. A very useless floor. I need another raising, just so I can have a raising on this floor set. Free strength, I'll use that. All right, so Deep Palace squirrels, kind of annoying, not for tanks, but I'd like to show something. So they scamper, which gives them a haste, but your slow is stronger than their scamper, their haste. So all they'll do is they'll continuously cast scamper until their slow is gone. So if you arms linked them and they attack you and they apply a slow, and you apply a slow, they'll just continuously attack with scamper, which does no damage to you because it's just trying to haste themselves. Okay, I was fully prepared to attack him. Okay. But he walked the other way at the perfect time. I thought this was supposed to be a flighted floor. So now this squirrel is hastened. Oh, okay. Okay. I hit wrong buttons. Which it's okay because it also hurt free strength. This is not a flighted floor. There's too many enemies. I really thought I flighted this floor. Bronze chest, max potions. Come here, Palace Dublin. Come here, Palace Yazan. Where, oh where does the yarrow grow? Easy day. Easy day, guys. Easy day. So that's the end. I don't want to see what's over here. Okay, I'm gonna check this chest, but I don't necessarily need to continuously look for chests right now. It's a rage, so that's kind of big, so I guess I'll look for... Okay, witching, didn't need that. Okay, look, I walked in the center of this room, so theoretically there's no traps, right? Fortune. Grab the rage. This was a free rage. I feel like I should have... Dang, dude. That's a lot of chests that I can technically go for, but there's no reason to. Like, I'm still sitting pretty on Pomanders. Could I get like my resolutions? Could I get a raising? Those would be the only two things that I would want. I would want to get 3 resolutions to cap my resolutions again, and then I would want to get a raising so I can use a raising. But in the grand scheme of things, I didn't need to go for them. We're going to start getting to a point where time is going to become an issue. Oh, Palace Hornets. Nice. They're back. Again, not scary. Just kill them. If you see... If you see Final Sting, just run away. Boogoo, what's going on, man? I've had this chibi avatar for a while. And it's also Redeem. You used to be able to transform like Big Kyo into Little Kyo. However, the reason I'm using the Little Kyo is because I have lost my my files for Big Kyo. So I'm trying to regain those. Free strength. Boogoo, what you been up to, man? I know it has been a minute. Yeah, it's been busy for a while. I don't want to use that as an extreme excuse because I have been playing games a lot. It's just I haven't been playing games on stream. I've been kind of not motivated to stream itself. It's been more like I've been enjoying my time just playing games and not have to worry about like the time of streaming and things of that nature. Okay, another free rage. I'll use it. There's still a couple of floors that I need to clear. Prioritize the Hornets. For sure. Just been chillaxing. That's good, dude. That's good. We are currently going for one of the hardest titles in Final Fantasy XIV. It is called the Necromancer title. Basically, I got to clear 200 floors of this Palace of the Dead, this dungeon, solo, without dying, all 200 floors. Yeah, I walked through the center of this room, so theoretically there's no stuff here. Yeah, I've been chillaxing, dude. I've just been, yeah, really? Why did that wait so long? Okay, I got my rage back. You don't remember this one? Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO. So if you played Final Fantasy for the previous ones or all the other ones, that's probably why. Because this is an MMO. This, like, if you're not interested in MMOs, you probably wouldn't have played it. Okay, so Gloom and no sprint, not a huge deal. It'd be something I'd consider sereneting if I was a machinist that pulled things while kiting. All right, Booga, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure having you in chat. Another raid. The game is like, hey, we realize that you're kind of wanting to go through these floors kind of quickly. So here you go. Have this free rage. So here's the ending. Go see if I can clear out this other room real quick. I've only got like 10 seconds. Yeah, unfortunate. Not a huge deal. Free affluence. I shall use that. I think I'm just gonna leave. The only reason I feel semi-comfortable traveling through the center of this floor is because that's where I traveled before. Anytime I hear this song, I think they shout potato. Is it potato? Okay, free strength. I think I'm going to use that now. Free witching. Free steel. There's the exit. That's nice. Another steel. I'll use that right before we leave. Fortune, I'll use it because we're not out, right? So I haven't been attacking enemies yet. Don't hate it, right? Because I needed to kill this ladybug, or needed to kill enemies. I wanted to target that hornet. To be honest, we're doing good on time. There's no reason that I need to rush this floor. So I will I'll get this ladybug, I'll attack the hornet, and then I'll go for the chest. And I guess I'll take the long way because of the hippo. Aw, man. So you kind of want to open up chests prior to the passage being open. The reason for that is because if you get a mimic and the passage is open, you're just wasting time. I'll take that strength. I'll re-up it. I think the other one was a steel in the other room. $30 minutes? I don't know if I'm going to complete this floor set in 30 minutes. I'm glad there's not a debuff for like less time. It's like you now have 45 minutes to complete this floor set. Don't see me, ladybug. Aw, you jerk. All right, Jonas, I appreciate you, man. Once again, thank you for becoming a member of the community. And then also, thank you for the $2 super chat. Much love. I'm telling you, dude, you're the first one to do so. Enjoy your night, man. Alright, so Gale Cats are proximity. Wow. Dung beetle. Yeah, keep me posted about the project, man. Definitely interested. Oh my god. The passage is open. There's 2 jail cats. I'm pretty sure they're proximity. Oh no, okay. Have to get rid of the hornet first, right guys? Because of the final sting. Alrighty. Floor 110 boss. It is the exact same as the floor 10 boss. Nothing to be concerned about here. You're just going to dodge AoEs. You're going to heal. And that's essentially it, right? So I'm just going to pop a Serenity, pop my Vengeance. I'm going to Lust. And then just go in with, you know, speed this up by lusting. And then all I'm going to do is get hit by this slow, which sucks. Is this the final boss? No, this is the floor 110 boss. So I mean, technically speaking, it's the final boss of this floor set. Star Scourge Radon. Yes. This is the hardest boss of the game right here. As you can tell, I am losing right now. I can make it more interesting. I can just run around in a circle. It's just a time sink. It just takes a lot of time to get through this. Did I get hit by that? Let me out. Let me out. And boom. What? 0.1% HP. And there you have it, guys. That was floor 101 to 110. Shoot. There you go. Easy as day. Day? Cake? Easy as cake? I don't know the saying. But yeah, so this is actually going to be it for the stream today for this deep dungeon, because we went from floor 71 all the way to floor 110, which is a good amount of time, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we beat baby Behemoth, we beat Godmother, we beat the Necromancer, and then we beat the Wind Dragon dude that we just beat, which is huge. 4 bosses, 1 stream, which is pretty good. Probably tomorrow, or maybe tonight. Maybe I'll do it tonight, you know. Stream again. We'll do another few floor sets. So we'll probably go from floor 111. We'll probably 11 to 20, 20 to 30. We'll probably be able to get to floor 140, and then maybe I'll shoot for 150. So if I want to get to floor 150, I'll probably stream that tomorrow morning. So about another 24 hours from now. The reason for that is because I think that'll be a good, from floor 111 to 150 would be a good stream, good video to watch back. And then starting from 151 to 200. I'll only do 10 floors at a time. So I'll do 151 to 160, 161 to 170, 171 to 180, which will be 3 separate streams. And then just pray that we get through each 10 floors without dying. So I think that's the game plan. If I start a little early, maybe if I start at 4 p.m., maybe 3:30, 4 p.m., probably 4 p.m. Today, then we can probably do 111 all the way up to 150. But we'll see. But I am going to cut it off here. So let me go to my chatting screen. Yep, there we go. And yeah, much love, guys. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something throughout the stream to kind of make your life a little bit easier when fighting these bosses. And yeah. Good luck beating Radon next stream. Yeah, Radon is tough in Final Fantasy. Really, really tough. Rawr. Let me put my hat on too. My tail. I'm wearing my mask. I think it looks cool. Brenna did a good job, and changing my eye color to red is a pretty neat neat thing as well. Absolutely love it. I like how it like goes back down to my chest. So, all right, guys. Much love. Enjoy the credit scene. Appreciate you guys, and take it easy. For now, Noobish. For now. Bye.
Just met, barely, just you, just me, basically strangers falling. Downtown, chilling, heartbeat spilling, don't wanna trip and fall in love. Is it bad that you seem too good? See the end way before I should. I know we just started, but if you're listening to my heart, you might find out the weirdest part. I am already missing you from the start. I'm already missing you. I'm already missing you. Don't fall quickly, loving easy. Lessons in love I never learned. But this feeling's different. You're a brand new face, but my oldest friend. Hold on tight until it burns. Is it bad that you seem too good? See the end way before I should. I know we just started, but if you're listening